Welcome to Tamara Tattletales. I'm Tamara and I spill the tea on your favorite reality stars. In this video, you will see Miles from Married at First Sight Season 11. Now, he hopped on Instagram Live and Ryan from Season 12 happened to be in the comments, so Miles invited him to join his live. Miles asked him a lot of questions about life after the show. After Ryan signs off, Miles invited Keith from Season 9 to talk about what he's up to now, as well as answer some fan questions.
A good little time by myself, you know?
Hey, bro, I'm living that same life. Claire is flying right now, man. So,
man, everybody just at the crib chilling. You know what? I need to go get my PS4. I need to go get my PS4 right now. Let me text my boy.
Hey, are you ready for that Madden game?
Man, we can do it. We can do it. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. As soon as Julio gets on the game,
that's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say right there, bro.
It's over. It's over, man. I'm not gonna lie to you because they're already nasty by themselves.
Hey, the Titans can't stop nobody on defense though, so you'll be all right.
Yeah, you're right. We'll get them right with my Ravens. What's up with you, man? How you been doing?
Good, man. Good, bro. Just chilling, man. Living this post-show being done life.
How's it treating you?
It's good, man. It's good. It's Claire and I have had some really good time to like get into like a routine of us, which has been great, bro. I've been really, really appreciative of that.
Yeah.
The comments are slowing down, the DMs are slowing down. So
yeah,
it's good, bro.
It's good, man. It takes a little while. I mean, I remember you hit me up probably like right before your show started airing.
You're right. It was probably, I don't think the show had started yet. It would have been like November, December, like right around the holidays.
And I feel like since day one, I've been trying to say like, hey man, like look, you're gonna get used to it. You're gonna get used to it, and it's hard. It's really weird.
Yeah.
How have y'all been able to handle all the mess, man?
Man, that's a great question. I think something people see it on the show from what I've seen. But you really have to like build that cocoon and like fortify yourself because, like even watching the show, like I watched all the show. Claire didn't watch as much as I did. Mm-hmm. And like, if you allow some of that stuff to get in the comments and I can't believe you said this and that, and it's like, bro, we can't be arguing or fighting over something on a comment somebody made that we'll never meet or anything like that. So like after something that I've been really appreciative of, man, is we just got this cocoon, man, and we got our wall up and it's me and her and we don't allow any of the other stuff in, man.
That's dope, man. That's awesome. I got into it one day. Like it's hard because like on some days like
it's just if somebody catches you on the right day, you're like,
oh man, like everything in the world can be happening just like right in your day. And then you see negative things and you're like, you know what? And I remember someone said,
I got time today.
Said some negative stuff about you, man, and I went in on that person. Oh, I went in slightly, just like, hey, you don't know what you're talking about, so stop. You know what I'm saying? And that their whole comment section, like, is still DMing me and saying, oh, you must be X, Y, or Z. And so I was like, you know what? Let me just like not respond to nobody anytime for anything, unless like they're directly talking to me. Yeah, because it's hard, man.
It's hard, man. It's hard because something that I really came to the conclusion with, I was actually talking to my brother the other day, man, and it's like when you went on the show and I went on the show, really most people that go on the show, you're like, this is my life. And there's like an adjustment that you have to make that like when people are watching the show, it's like, this is entertainment to them.
Yeah.
And, and I even like understand that, like I'm watching, I watch the basketball game, I watch the baseball game, whatever, and you're like, can't believe he missed that shot. Can't believe Ben Simmons last night. Right. And you're like, but, like Ben Simmons is a professional athlete. I don't think he meant to show up and not score any points or like not dunk the basketball. Like, it's very easy for us to turn the TV off and be like, man, he played terrible. But you're like, no, that's his life. And there's like this adjustment that we had to go through when people are commenting, you're like, well, we're going through COVID. We're going through all these different crazy things. Like, people watch this show as like a break and a relax. And so like when people are saying stuff, it's like, okay, like it is what it is. Yeah. This is my life. This is entertainment, but this is also like your release and your outlet to express yourself. So there's so many dynamics you have to look at it from, which is tough, man.
Yeah, and I think so many people also project what's happening in their relationships, either with friends or with their family or with whatever, and they're like, "Oh, you're that person." And since you're that person, I'm looking at you as that person, right? And it's hard not to take personal. It really is hard to take personal, and so like you gotta like actively work against it. And I think one of the things that I've done is I've tried to put my energy into like different things so that I don't even like consider or have the time to think about that stuff, you know. But it's there some days, bro. Like it really is right in your face.
It's tough when the people start. You get the mention you, then it's like, did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this? And you're like, I'm not really trying to see that because I'm trying to be intentional with my wife and make sure we're good.
Yeah.
Boys will text you, and then it's crazy, man. It's been an interesting go of it. But I want to make sure while I'm on your live, and people, y'all need to know that the same Miles that y'all see every day is real. That dude is 100%. He's genuine, A1 dude, man. And I have so much respect and appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I really actively try to like be as full of myself as much of my full self as possible all the time, and I'm grateful that like you reached out and people said whoever it was, I can't remember if it was Paria or somebody else, was like, hey, y'all need to be connected because y'all are very similar dudes.
Yeah,
and I'm glad that we got connected, man, because I feel like it's important that we have each other, but then also people are able to see like it ain't just TV. Like we're people actually who develop relationships and who are going through really tough times, and are trying to work it out together. So I'm grateful about that.
To describe that, other than when people see it, it's just when people are like, "Oh, bro, did this," and you're like, "Well, you know, there's context to everything, but I guess it happened that way."
Exactly. Outside of that, like, what's life look like for you right now, like just personally, individually, and then second to that, like what do you have like in store or planned or excited about in the next couple months, weeks, all that stuff?
Yeah, man, life is the thing that's crazy with Claire and I right now is like if there's something that I like, I mean, I love everybody, but like every weekend is planned for us, like super planned for like the next 3 months. It's like we got a ton of COVID catch-up weddings that we got to take part in. There's like introduce, you know, in meeting her friends that didn't get to come to the wedding. Like we only got to invite like 13 people to the wedding because of COVID. You know, we had so many restrictions. So it's like her meeting my friends, me meeting her friends. We really don't have like a weekend that's like we're chilling. Like we actually made a mistake because we have so many weddings coming up that we thought we were going to a wedding this weekend. Then we're not going to a wedding. Now we have people coming in town. You know, it's just one thing after the next. I mean, it's fun, it's exciting, but we are just in like go mode. And you know, she's flying, she's still working, I'm still working every single day. You know, trying to find that balance, which has been great.
Sure.
But honestly, coming up, we're big. She's doing a lot of the heavy lifting with, you know, doing the vow renewal and stuff like that. So trying to lock down that stuff, man. We're trying to plan another vacation if we can fit it in. I mean, that's like the nice part. I know I feel bad, bro. We're gonna make New Orleans work. We're gonna make it.
Good, man. See, I'm a person like if
I felt bad, bro.
Take plans with me and then you cancel those plans. Like I'm not like happy that we canceled the plans, but I'm also like, I'm good, bro. It was straight. I didn't want to leave the house anyway, so it's all.
Dog, I hate giving somebody my word and then being like, oh, sorry, we can't do it. But yeah, we're gonna make New Orleans work. Really, what happened was we had the standby flight ready to go. Claire doesn't have TSA pre-check. She doesn't need TSA pre-check, but I have pre-check.
Yeah, I don't have TSA pre-check.
Exactly. She doesn't need it, but I for work, and I got to the gate. And I'm like sitting here begging. I'm like, my wife's a flight attendant. She works for Delta, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, we got to close the gate. So, and then there was another flight for like, 2 or 3 hours. So, but we're going to make it work. Cause honestly, the 1 year anniversary is coming up, and my grandmother's 94th birthday is her birth date is the same as our wedding anniversary. So we're trying to make it work and all that stuff, man. So looking forward to that. It's crazy to think we almost been married a year. It'll be a year and 2 months, man.
Dang. Wait. So when did y'all get married?
August 29th.
God.
I know. Flies by.
Yeah, man, that's wild. That's awesome, man. Like that's a big one.
So actually, I got a question for you, bro, because this will be different. I don't know. Actually, I don't know the answer to it. Obviously, with COVID for us, we were very much like wearing masks, or like when we would go out in public, like people would notice us that much. They probably noticed Clara before they noticed me. Mm-hmm. But for y'all, because filming kept going for a couple more months, what was that like? I mean, y'all went for what, another 2 or 3 months or something like that?
So we were married for like a month before pandemic hit, and then they went away for about like 3 months and then came back. And so nobody knew who we were at that point.
Okay.
I remember when the show started like airing, like random people would just like come out of nowhere and with my mask on, because we were in pandemic until a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Now it's the only, I think I get noticed way more than Karen does, just because she's little. But then people see the back of my head and they're like, okay, that's Miles. And then they want to have a conversation, like all kind of stuff. So that's funny and cool to be a part of. I try to make sure that I talk with as many people that
bro, there's a comment you made to me that I would tell people all the time, because you'll be out in public and people will be like, they'll kind of give you that look, like, and it's like, hey, just like come up to me and say hey, but people will just be like at a bar, like, look.
Yeah, I remember the weirdest interaction I've had, man. I was in the lobby. We were supposed to be filming something. I was sitting in the lobby of the hotel and just chilling, and this woman pulls her phone out and is like recording me from a distance. And I was like, you can come over here. And she puts her phone down and she's like spitting on something. She's like, no, I don't want to interrupt. I'm like, but you're filming me from like 20 feet away. That's weird. Like, just say hey, what's up?
Hey.
Yeah. So I think it's interesting because like people see us as not regular people.
Yes.
And and unless someone reminds me, I don't remember. And so then, like, when you're acting like I'm an animal or
just like I'm the same dude that's still getting roasted in the group chat, that still my boys are making fun of, people at work, I'm still the same person. But like, to your point, this was probably like actually a week before decision day, maybe 2 weeks. And Claire and I, we actually hang out with our next door neighbors. We love hanging out with them. They haven't watched the show. They don't, so it's very like, it's just very chill with them. And so we went to like a little spot down the street, and we're leaving. It's like 10:30, and we're walking out, and all of a sudden somebody screams out, "Spoiler alert." And I'm like, I look at Claire, I was like, "Is somebody saying?" And he was like, "Spoiler alert." And we're like, we don't know. Are you speaking with us? He's like, "Thanks for ruining the show." We're like, I'm sorry. Like, we still would like to be on public from time to time. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Man, I remember me and Woody were where were we? I think we were at the mall, or we were at some public space, and someone was like, "Oh, I remember y'all, 90 Day Fiance." Woody's face was like stone cold. Like, he's like, nah. And we walked off, and he comes back to us. He's like, "Married at First Sight. Oh man, me and my wife love your show." Blah blah blah. And then Woody starts like talking to him. But it was just so funny how like, nah, that ain't it.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Keith in here talking mess, man. Talking about this guy. This guy is doing like, I don't think he works anymore. I'm about to add him on here in a second.
He's been out working me in the gym. He been at me.
Yeah, both of y'all been going at it. See, look, I've been chilling for the last couple of weeks, man. Just trying to like enjoy the summer, to get relaxed. I see y'all throwing up like 285 and doing core exercises. I'm like, you know what, man? Let me go back in the gym.
He's about to charge me rent money for being on the Mavs payroll.
I need to go ahead and get in the gym, man. I need to train her or something. Honestly, CrossFit seems like the way.
I'll tell you this, man. I do love CrossFit, and I mean, I'll recommend it to anybody. but there's a lot of you do stuff like snatches for time and like different movements that are really taxing like on your shoulders. And you just, I'll tell people this all day long. You need to be careful with it when you. It's very important to have that base foundation of like good movement and stuff like that, because it's easy to get hurt.
I feel like my body's too big for that. Like, I'm not. I think it's meant for only certain body types, bro. I can't do it.
Hey, I'll tell you. You look at some of the top CrossFitters. It's like a 5'8" to 5'9" window.
Yeah, bro. I'm not built for it. I gotta find out what works for me, man. But I appreciate your time, dog. We're gonna up sometime soon.
Yeah.
And we'll make sure that we connect when you get here in the city.
Okay, cool, bro. Good hearing from you. I'll talk to you soon, bro.
Thank you. Peace. Man, that was a pleasant surprise. All right, so Ryan's a good dude, man. Grateful to be connected with him and just be able to just be in a relationship with a guy who's been through the experience, you know. So just grateful for that. Appreciate you coming on, man. All right, so the man of the hour is here, and he hit me up this morning and was like, "Yo, Miles, like if you're on live, like I want to hop on with you." And so I'm gonna bring this guy on. And if somebody else asked about Blake, I'm gonna call him. Yeah. So this guy right here, man, you guys know him well. He's a legend. And yeah, we're just gonna talk. I don't even have anything in mind right now, but I'm sure he does. And so, without further ado, the one and only. Oh,
Bro.
He's here.
This intro is crazy.
Oh my goodness.
This intro is crazy, bro.
I'm sorry I didn't a more formal one created for you, man.
Listen, man, you and Ryan are way too famous for me, man. Y'all boys going through some different experiences right now, man.
Man, stop. I'm sitting here with like 1,000 people on this live right now because of you. That's
bro.
Why.
Y'all too popping right now, man. I'm at this point I'm washed up, you know what I'm saying? Y'all boys are y'all the new guys, man. I can't do nothing with y'all, man.
Shut up. I got people. We have almost 1,000 people in here because of you. People, when it's like 100 people. You know, my mom comes on, my dad comes on, my sisters.
Bro, you have like a real life like television show on Mondays most of the time. That's why I hit you up. I'm like, bro, like I've been watching you for like the last like 2 months on the Mental Health Mondays, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying, I gotta give you your props, bro. Like you holding it down. I respect it.
I appreciate it, yo.
Everything been straight?
Yeah, man, everything's been good, dog. Everything's been good. Just chilling, trying to enjoy the summertime.
Yeah.
Lower pace a little bit. Trying to get into a routine, man. You have any suggestions on how to get in a good routine? Because I feel like as student athletes, right? You play ball, I play ball, and we're used to structure. And so now, when I have a little more free time, I feel like I go away from that structure, but I really need to be like leaning into it more. So like,
what do you mean, like structure with?
Like day to day, just like your schedule.
Well, I mean, do you have like you live a little bit different than me, man. You in New Orleans or you in Louisiana, like y'all have a whole different regimen. What it's like 8:30 over there, right?
Yeah, it's 8:30.
So the first thing I do in the morning is I get up and take my ass to the gym, bro, because I know if I wait at all, I'm not gonna go. Like that's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? And as an athlete, I know you understand like that. The morning workouts
Gotta be the morning.
Bro, it has to. So I got to do that, and then afterwards, I try to get my work done with the projects I work on. So that's like number one. That kind of puts me in a good mood anyway for the day.
Yeah.
I saw you talking about Ryan, or talking to Ryan, and Ryan saying, and Ryan be going hard, man. I don't know. I can't do nothing with that dude, man. You know, you guys have been married. Y'all been, what has it been? What, a year and a half now?
Year and a half, man. Yeah,
bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. How have you adjusted? Like.
Yeah, we're in our routine, man. Honestly, the real transition is outside being opened up now. You know, we were married in the crib for a year, so
right.
Chilling, you know. And now it's like, oh crap, like we actually have lives outside of the house. What's that look like? We have lives together outside of the house and separate outside of the house. What's that look like? You know. But it's been cool. Like right now, she's traveling. She's in some random island, chilling with her friends. I'm at the crib, chilling, having a good time.
Private location.
Private location, yep. We went. Someone was joking with me the other day, man. We took a little trip for like a week or so, maybe a little longer than a week, and I made the conscious decision like, hey, I'm about to just disconnect from everything, man. I don't want to be on social media.
You can't do that anymore. You know that, right? You can't do that anymore.
So she took a picture. She was taking pictures and videos as if like it was like a sneaky link, like vacation type vibe. And I was like, yeah, I guess it did seem like she was by herself somewhere.
I mean, it's something you got to disconnect every now and then. But I know you got the messages like, hey, what you doing? Where you like? You know, is everything okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, but you look, you're a celebrity now, man. You can't do stuff like that. You can't do it.
The real question.
What's up?
I know the people want to know. What's the hair care routine? Because I'm growing mine back out. I'm growing mine back out, and I'm trying. Man, what's the secret?
Man, I put mine in. I braid mine up as much as I can. I try not to like do anything with it, like unless I'm getting it done. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't do a whole lot, man. Honestly, little art. Was it little coconut oil?
Okay.
A little grease on the sides, you know what I'm saying? But
hey, every time you tell me something, bro. Anytime you tell me anything.
Come on, man. Go ahead, bro. How do you think y'all have adjusted to, like, even being recognized in public, like you and Ryan were talking about? Like, when it happened the first time, like, what was that like for you? Because I can imagine it was probably, were you by yourself or were y'all together?
By myself.
Oh man,
it's cool at this point, but I think the weird thing is like people, whenever we're together, people say like they don't know what to say, so they're kind of awkward, but they'll say something like, "Oh, like we was tired of Karen on the show," or like, "Karen, why was you acting like that?" type stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, that's so long ago. Like, let it go.
I mean, it's funny that like you have to keep revisiting it every time you get
every time, and
like,
and some days depending on the mood, Karen's ready to clap back, like on person. Like, I'm like, hey, chill, we're good. They don't get it. But then other days, like, it's cool, man. Like, I feel like more often than not, I honestly be forgetting when I'm outside until somebody says something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, oh crap, I guess people probably are watching or know who I am. Especially in New Orleans.
Have you like accepted that like things will not be the same as they were ever again, before you got on the show?
I don't think so.
Like, you realize that, right? I know it's. I probably shouldn't say it, but it's the truth. I mean, it's like the sooner you accept it, the better. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, things are just different, and it's not a bad thing or a good thing. And you guys are representing a lot, something bigger than yourselves at this point. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big responsibility, but it's a blessing. You know?
For sure, man. How do you deal with it? See, that's the real question, right? So, like, I'm married. People know that. They see our relationship. You are like single. You single on Netflix,
bro.
Got a book out, an author, bro. Like, how do you handle it? How are you handling it? Because I feel like that pressure, I wouldn't deal well with that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I couldn't do it.
Bro, I'm staying busy, man. I try to keep myself as busy as possible, honestly. Like, it's different for me, because you guys are like y'all are new, man. It's like at this point, I stay focused. I try not to concern myself with anything that I can't control. I still get the conversation about my situation on the show, but at this point, it's like you said, it's so far gone. It's like so old at this point, man. You gotta keep it moving. You know, you learned a lot from it. I learned a lot from it. So, it's really different, and that's why I was telling you it's a really different thing now. But it's cool because I've met a lot of people.
Phone numbers in there for you, bro. Like,
bro, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
See, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Like, how do you do it?
I don't know what you're talking about. Do what?
Oh.
Do what, man? Look, I'm in North Carolina, so it's way different for you guys in Louisiana. I'm sure y'all have y'all been open this whole time, pretty much?
Kind of, but we don't know.
You're not supposed to say that, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to I got to pull up on y'all, man. I got to pull up because I've never been. I definitely want to pull up on y'all at some point, especially because things are open back up. That would be a vibe.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How
And,
how your people doing? How Woody and Imani? Everybody straight?
yeah, everybody's good. I haven't talked to Woody and Ronnie this week. Actually, I talked to Woody the other day. They're good. Everybody's good. I'm probably gonna spend some time with them this week just because I ain't got nothing to do, and so I need to spend my time productively.
And school is out too, right?
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, so you big chilling right now.
big chilling. So I like planning for next year, but like also when it's like 9 o'clock at night, you don't feel like doing work. Playing video games is all I'm really been doing the last couple of days. So
Hey, it's that time for the gym then. That's what it means. It sounds like you need a new hobby.
shoot.
It is what it is.
And we need, what we need to do, bro? We need to start like a Mavs basketball league or like sports league. You know what I'm saying? Go around, travel,
Bruh.
pull up on people.
Bro, you ain't said nothing but a word, bro. You ain't said nothing but a word, dog. Can Ryan hoop? Have you seen any other guys? Is Woody? Can Woody hoop?
Woody hoop is not Woody's specialty. He's fast though. He'll beat you in a race.
Okay.
Who else? Bennett's got a nice jump shot.
Bennett's got a nice one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bennett can play.
Yeah, Bennett can shoot.
That's hard.
Who else we got? I'm sure Henry can do a little something.
Man, we gotta do it. That'd be a whole. What'd you say?
Killer's in the comments, man. People upset I ain't respond to it. What up, Killer? What's good?
She living her best life right now. She just laughing at you for a little while while they getting dressed to go out to dinner or something.
Yeah, man. Oh, they probably getting dolled up.
I'm curious to know where she's at. It's a secret I know, but like now you got me curious about it.
Honestly, I say that because I don't really remember where she is, to be honest with you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know she's somewhere.
Miles, don't say that on here.
Every time I say it, bro, literally every time I say it,
don't say that on here, dog.
I say it wrong every time. I'll be like, hey, aren't you in such and such? And she'll be like, no, I'm in the other place. I'm like,
oh man.
Yeah, so she say it.
Is the location on? She got the location on?
Good, we
all right. My boy said he don't know where she at.
Bro, so me and you been talking for a while about like how can we use like our platforms to help people. And I'm curious, like, actually for the people in the comments, bro, like if me and Keith created a podcast or we did Mental Health Mondays consistently, like what would that look like? What could that look like to be real? Like what would that look like?
I would love to do that, honestly. If we even, I don't know, we got to kind of think on this some more, but there's got to be something. I've played around with like probably going, because I haven't been going live at all, man. Like probably for the last year, I haven't really been jumping on here because I don't know. After a while, I started just getting bored with it. But if there was, and I just ran out of stuff to talk about. But if there was something to talk about all the time, then I would love to do it. I think I'm probably gonna jump into talking about just like more about relationships after COVID and after all this stuff, because I think that's something that is like really interesting right now, and I get a lot of messages about that. And I talk to a lot of people that are trying to figure out how to even date now. So I think it would be a cool topic. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
I agree. I think one of the things that people don't really have strong of or like what the healthy relationship look like. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily romantic relationship, but just relationship period, And I feel like from seeing your page and kind of a little bit knowing your story, like your relationship with your family is really important. Y'all seem to be very close. I'm sure like your relationship with your friends looks a certain way, and like I think people need to understand what healthy relationships look like, right? Like this is healthy, this is not healthy. This is how I make sure my relationship is healthy or what have you. And so I think that'd be something I'll be down there.
That might be a topic for you then, because you're the one. That might be a you and Ryan, you and Woody combo, and people gonna look at me like, bro, what are you talking about? How do you know anything about this?
Bro, you knew what you needed for you. You knew what you needed for you.
I appreciate that, man.
What you needed.
It was definitely a learning experience, and I'm sure it was for you guys. Even down to, and I don't know if you've talked about this with people or not, but from going through it and then watching it back are two completely different experiences.
Yeah.
Like, things look so much different when you get a chance to watch them from the outside, watch yourself. They look so much different than when you were going through it. Did you notice anything that was different when y'all, and I know a lot of it plays into like how they want to cut it up and stuff, but like, did you notice anything about your experience that you thought could have been different personally? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. A lot of things. I think one of them is like, trying to think of the way to say it without. Yeah. I've realized that I have two speeds, bro. Like, I'm all in on something or I'm not. Like, it's just one or the other. And so for Karen, who was much more introverted than I am, like, me being very passionate and like, hey, cool, I'm here, let's do it, was
right.
For the experience, And so I realized that, like, halfway through our process, that I needed to slow the tempo down a little bit just so that she could be more comfortable. And then after that, we were good to go. It makes me think about just like other relationships with people, like kids I work with or like teachers or whatever. Like, how does my personality lend itself to other people being comfortable or feeling safe or whatever? And so I think that's one thing I reflected on a lot. But I think also, like, I think for the most part, I was depicted the way I wanted to be.
That's good.
Like, overall, and I think that I needed to deal with not caring how other people think. And I think that was a really eye-opening experience for me. I'm getting a lot better at it as time goes on, but I really was struggling with that when the show was airing. But like, that was hard.
Did you talk to somebody?
Yeah, I had therapy.
Yeah.
It was tough because me and Karen were experiencing very different things too, right? Like,
right.
People were tearing her up in a disrespectful way, and I was trying to support her. But then also there were moments where we would be watching stuff, and I'd be like, "You said that, or you felt that way? Like, I didn't know that you felt like that."
Mm-hmm.
And so instead of us going at it and going back and forth, it was important for me to have a neutral third party, and then be able to come back and have those conversations. So,
absolutely, I love that, man. I think that's amazing, seriously. And I can only imagine watching it for the first time together. I didn't have that, so I can only imagine how that was. And then, the different comments that you hear that you didn't get a chance to hear, while you're going on the show. So that, and that's just I guess that's just a part of it. But I'm sure that made you guys stronger, and obviously it did something for you. So that's dope.
For sure. The question. Let's see. We will have a lot of questions in here, bro, and like 98% of them are, Keith, are you single? Keith, will you marry me? Keith, are you single?
Go ahead, man.
Oh, all right, here's a legitimate one. Like, Keith, what are you doing now, man? What kind of work are you into? What are you passionate about at the moment?
Well, right now I'm focused on my own stuff. I'm still doing mentorship on a certain level, but then I'm really focused. I just obviously put out my first book this year. I've actually published two books this year so far, and so I've really been focused on that.
2 books, bro. Hold on.
Man.
Add these to the notes.
Come on, man. Look, I try to stay busy, man. That's really the biggest thing for me. So you're talking about how you went and spoke with somebody after the show, because there's a lot of things that go on, and just that whole experience can really, it definitely changes a lot of things for you, just in general. So my way of getting the self-reflection off was just to write about it and write out a lot of the stuff that I was going through, because mine happened. Well, we finished up with the show basically right when COVID was getting ready to start. And so ours jumped right into like lockdown. And, I had a situation with my family. A lot of people were going through a whole lot of different things. So I thought the best idea for me was to just write about it. You know what I'm saying? And that was what I did. And it's gotten some good feedback. I'm hearing a lot of comments and stuff, and people are sending messages about it. So I'm grateful for that. And so mine is just, I'm still on the mentorship wave, man. I'm still trying to figure out how to help people as much as I can while helping myself. So
that's dope, bro.
Man. Same thing. I mean, you're doing it in a way too. You're doing it with the kids, and I love it. I love it, man. I love it.
I feel like don't know if I'll ever not be working with kids. No matter what I'm doing, like, I gotta make sure that I'm like hands on with kids nonstop, because when I'm not, bro, adults suck. Adults. Like, 'cause today, man, I was thinking about the kid. I was going into the building, and I was like, if kids weren't around, bro, I really would enjoy doing it. Like, I really would enjoy doing it.
Well, they're the most honest. They're the most like pure you're gonna find. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna get any kind of sugar-coated answers with them. I mean, if you you kind of slacking, they're gonna. I remember walking, being with my kids, and they're like, Coach, you need to lose some weight. And I'm like, at first you want to take it to heart, but it's like, no, I mean, somebody's got to tell you that. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of times people are not going to tell you that. So I appreciate that so much with my kids. I appreciate it so much, and I'm grateful for all of them because of that. Because they will be real with you. If they're gonna do anything, they're gonna be real with you. So I swear. So that's a good thing for you, man. I know that's like a highlight of your like a lot of times your highlight of your day, man.
Yeah, man, for sure.
That's big time. That's big time.
For sure. Oh, listen, we got like 50 million questions, bro. There's so many other.
Let me stop rambling then. I'm sorry. Cut me off whenever I start.
Good, bro. No, I just keep seeing. Nah, I ain't talking about that. Greatest takeaway from the show. I don't know what none of these questions mean. Oh, this is a legitimate question, bro. And I'm curious what your thoughts are on it. Sure. How do you challenge toxic masculinity within your inner circles?
Well, I would love to. Is this a question for me or is this a question for you?
I'll answer it.
Go for it, please. Go for it.
For me, man, no, for real. For me, honestly, like, it's just in my group chat. It's literally like talking it out, and I think it's now we kind of to the point where, like, if someone says something problematic, they either like, oh, they'll even preface it with, "I don't want to get Miles upset," or so such. They know some form of accountability is going to come if they say something stupid or do something stupid. And I think we've grown in terms of checking each other around stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know one of my friends, for example, was doing some problematic things, and like, we're like, bro, like, we don't do that. Like, that's not what we do. And like, hey, what are you struggling with that's making you act that way? Because behavior is just communicating something, right? Like, hey, bro, what are you struggling with? What are you going through? And then talking through those things. But I think ultimately, like, a lot of my boys are similar to me, in terms of reflective and like caring and think about others and how their behavior impacts other people. And so for the most part, it gets addressed. Y'all hold each other accountable. But when people are out of line, like, those are the people I go to. But hey, am I tripping? And they're willing to tell me straight to my face and be honest with me, like, hey, bro, you should have done that, or you shouldn't be talking like that, or whatever. And so, yeah, that's my take on that one.
No, that's a solid answer. I think, like, you said it best. Like, the thing I heard the loudest from me was that you said that most of the guys you hang out with are similar to you in the way y'all believe, what y'all believe in. And I think that's really important. Of course, everybody's not going to be the same, and I don't want to hang around people who aren't going to push me in different ways anyway. But at the end of the day, y'all all have the same morals, y'all all have the same standards and the same values. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's the toxic masculinity thing is a difficult thing because both of us are used to locker room talk, right? Like, we both played ball in college, so you understand that you're not going to be able to check everybody on every single thing that they say because we're grown men, you know what I mean? And they have the right to say whatever they want to say. Now, they got to back up this stuff too. Like, if you're saying something that's out of line, a lot of times you can be like, all right, bro, that's enough. Like, you need to, but the guys that you hang out with on a daily basis should be guys that y'all all should have the same values when it comes down to it. So I don't even have that kind of issue no more. If one of my guys says something out of pocket, then it's just gonna be like, bro, are you okay? Like, everything good? Like, that ain't even really who you are most of the time. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's important. I think too, like, we got to create a culture that allows people to be able to be called in and like held accountable and feel safe.
Sure.
checked on their problematic stuff, but at the same time, like a culture that's like, hey, bro, like either you're not gonna do that or you're not gonna do that around me, because that's
Exactly.
not,
Exactly.
and I think guys understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like I think even when I was younger, let's say people were like, we were supposed to go. Let's say we're going to a party and people are gonna be there that I probably shouldn't be around. Like my boys would be like, hey, bro, like this isn't your type of crowd. You don't want to. This isn't what you want to do. Obviously, you're gonna make your own decisions.
Yeah.
But like this isn't what you want to be around, what you want to be doing. And so I think guys do a good job of checking each other on those things, but we need to do better as a whole, for sure.
I agree.
For sure. Let's people. I'm gonna give us about 5 more minutes, y'all, because it's like almost 9 o'clock on my side, which means my bedtime. Especially since Killer's not here, it's definitely my bedtime. But any questions y'all have for Keith or myself, ask them now, because we tired and we want to. A question someone has: are you gonna do like a book signing or a book tour, man? Like I feel like a Keith is Just book tour is necessary in every city, and I'll meet you in the main ones. Like
only, I'm about to say, only if you come through for the ones that are over in your area, man. I would love to do that.
New Orleans, Houston, LA, Chicago, I'm there.
Right. I would love to do that. I'm right now. I'm planning it out. Trying to figure out where exactly I want to go with the dates, and I want to have I want to find somebody that actually can plan them and kind of organize them with me. So that's what I'm in the process of doing right now. So if you know anybody that does event planning that is ready to do something like this, because I want to make it. I don't want it to be like just a normal kind of like book signing. I want it to kind of be a whole like event. So I'm working on that though. That would be we manifesting that for the end of 2021 right now. We're manifesting it.
Yeah, it'd be tight.
That's good. You said it too.
That'd be real tight. I think it could even be around like festival time, right? Like Rolling Loud's happening right now. Like, we got some event planners popping up.
Hit me up.
Yeah, man. Like make it happen. I think people need it. I definitely will come and support, because I think it's important.
Woo-hoo. And they give them opportunity to meet Miles and Karen, like the Mavs fave couple. Like, are you kidding? We got to do this thing for real.
Stop. Yeah, man. I think we can make that happen. We can definitely make that happen. Cool. My fault. 50 million questions in here, and I didn't answer them. I don't know that one. What's the best advice you've ever been given? Do you know?
Nobody is coming to save you. That's probably the best advice I got like lately. Is like, and it wasn't even direct advice to me, but I read it somewhere. But it's like, the minute you realize that you're accountable for your life, you're responsible for it, and it's not on anyone else, I think that's probably the minute then things change for you, when you decide to do something about it. So I think, especially for when it comes to Black men, I think we need to know that and accept it and be willing to step up to and take the challenge, because that's really what it's about for us, for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
What about you?
The latest one I got, man, was from a tour guide when we were on our vacation, and he said, it's simple, man. He said, enjoy the time. And I was like, all right, whatever. He's like, no, like seriously, like enjoy the time. He was like, the time's not yours, the time's not mine, the time's not anybody's. Like, how often are you seriously enjoying what you're doing? Just being present in the moment. And I think that like right now, like nothing else matters but me and you talking here on live, right? And like next thing that matters to me is fully enjoying watching whatever I'm watching on TV, and like how do we sit there and seriously just be as present as possible, especially in a world where social media is such important. It's so important, or it has such a big influence when we have 50 million different things that we could be doing. Like, how are we seriously like enjoying our time? I think a large part of that, well, that's why I asked you earlier, was just like structure. Like, how do you structure your time? Because I think when you're able to structure your time, or you're able to anticipate what you're doing, you can sit down and be like, okay, cool, I'm working out for this hour and a half, and that's what I'm doing. I'm focused on that only. Right. Cool, I'm working for block of time, and that's all I'm focused on during this time. And so, really just enjoying those moments. I mean, the moment, because I think
Absolutely.
we're oftentimes thinking about the future, we're thinking about the past, and neither one of those are serving us right now.
Yeah, I'm definitely bad with that, man. I'm working on it day by day is being present like all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because we get caught up in the phones, we get caught up in like we were just talking about, caught up in what's gonna go on tomorrow, like, you know, all this stuff. And I think it really is about paying attention to what's going on around you right now, because things are, when you really look around and be honest with yourself, things are going pretty good. The thing that's really helped me with that is like I started waking up, and as soon as I wake up, before I even get ready, before I even get out the bed for real, I grab my notebook and I start writing, like automatically, right? And it's always about gratitude, and I think that is like changed stuff for me like so much, because you start realizing how good things are, and you really don't pay attention to it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's another thing, is being able to put your stuff out there and put your stuff on paper, or if you want to write it and on the computer, whatever, that stuff really helps.
Yeah, that's real, bro. That's real. And I think once you are expressing gratitude, nothing seems as bad as it is, and then nothing also seems as great as it is. You know, you gotta get that balance and put things in perspective, and that's dope. That's
Absolutely.
dope.
Love it.
Yeah, man. Dang, bro. Well, bro, it's been a pleasure as always. We're gonna make some more intentional time, bro. If y'all haven't done so already, bro, go buy this man's book. Go stalk his page, blow up his DMs, bro. Do what y'all do. But I appreciate you coming on, man. I appreciate you pushing me to get up and get on live today, man. And we're gonna collab on something soon, bro.
Absolutely, man. I love it. I appreciate you for real. I love what you're doing with your platform, man. We talked about this, a while ago, but I love what you're doing with your platform, man. I think it's really helping people. I think that you're going in the right direction. I think it's a direction that is very much needed. A space is very much needed. So anything I can do to help, man, you already know, just let me know.
Appreciate that, boss, man. Have a good one, and we'll catch up soon, bro. I'm gonna
holla.
All right, peace. Oops, I thought bro, look, man. Look, bro. Like, that's two of the greats. Two of the greats, man. So, glad y'all got to see our conversations, man. Just good brothers doing good things. And there's a lot of good people out here that are trying to do some really awesome stuff, and raise awareness about things that matter, man. I think that a lot of times in life, we can it can seem so negative. A lot of things can seem really negative, but there's a lot of positivity going on. There's a lot of good people who really care about other people and want to make this world a better place. And I'm grateful to be surrounded by those guys. Cool. Well, with that being said, man, it's time we go to sleep.